My father never said, you've got to do this, you've got to do that because I want you to do this. When he saw that we were interested in music, he encouraged it and allowed it to blossom. I think it's extremely important that you shouldn't inflict a desire to go one particular way with the child if they're showing an interest in another way. Just because you might think it's the wrong thing for them to do because it might be affect relationships with either your friends, or you could be jealous of them succeeding in a certain part of life that you didn't. And my father was always showing encouragement when we showed signs of interest in music. He encouraged us. He's a great pianist, and he would sit at the piano, and I would sit with him, and he'd play the piano, and I would watch his hands play the piano and hear all these amazing chords. And I think, when I think about those moments, how much of an impact they had on me, I think one has to realize how important these little moments are, and how they dictate the future of your own life, you know, because it was something that was so impressive to me, the chord progressions and playing the piano, and it was just, even though I couldn't do it at the time, it was just something that took me into another world. I became a father at a very early age by comparison to a lot of men. I was 22 years old when Spencer, my first boy, was born, and I was in LA at the time because this was about 1972. It wasn't always the thing. It was at the dawn of the time when guys were supposed to be in surgery watching the child being born. But I was on the plane straight back, and he was premature. He was in an incubator, and I sort of remember seeing him for the first time. It's an incredible feeling, actually, producing life and having a child for the first time. And at 22, it was kind of, because I was still a bit of a kid myself. It's still, you know, it kind of made me grow up a bit. I think what you have to do is that you've got to be a friend to your kids. You've got to be a friend, and you've got to be always there for them. And I think more so when you are separated. I think you become more valuable as a father and friend once you've been separated, because somehow there are other people who come into the family structure that may be seen as father figures, and so you're competing with that as well. I think that's what a lot of fathers can't deal with as well, is that there might be someone else at home that might be a father to the kid, that might spend more time with them and might, you know, replace them. And I think that, in my case, has not happened. I feared it, but it didn't happen. I've always been dad, and we've always had a very close relationship. And I think you've got to be, first and foremost, a friend and a confidant to your kids, and not say, dictating too much, disciplinarian, and always on their back, but a friend and a confidant. That's the most important thing.